what's up everyone? Welcome back to the next video. My name is Alex. Welcome back to the next video. Hello. How are you guys doing? What's new? I am currently uploading my latest 7 Days to Die video onto YouTube. Yay! And that should be up shortly. And this video will be going up the next day. And I am super duper excited to get back into it. I just took a little bit of time after eating more mashed potatoes with cheese and deliciousness. Lots of broccoli though, you know, you gotta get those veggies in. But, you know, after I did that, I sat down and I created playlists on YouTube. Yay! You know, it's one of those things where, like, as a consumer, you know, as I've been watching YouTube for years, I didn't realize that, like, in order to, like, I mean, okay, I probably did it wrong. There's probably easier ways. But I didn't know, like, you have to go and click on every single video and create the playlist and all that kind of stuff. I just thought there'd be some kind of, like, just check, and everything would get checked off, and you could just add it to a playlist automatically on your YouTube channel. You can't, as far as I know. You have to go through every single video you want to add individually, click on every single one, which is fine. But when you're, like, 75 videos deep, like, it takes a few minutes, you know? It's cool, though. I'm glad to have a playlist. It's all organized, so I'm going to add the playlist. Like, at the end of every week, I'll just throw all the rest of them on there. I realized that I miscounted my Minecraft series, which will make, like, Lucky Episode 13's title make absolutely no sense to anybody watching in the future if they do, so I've just chosen to not change the numbering on that series, and hopefully nobody will notice. Yeah, so I am excited to have that done. I have the Discord channel working, and I will link it in the description below if you guys want to come hang out in the Discord. Put some in the chat, come voice chat with people. If you guys are playing some 7 Days to Die, that'll also be the place that we use when the Alpha 17, yes, Alpha 17 update finally happens. Is anybody else really wanting that to get released? I am. I know that I definitely am. And also, if you guys don't know already, just, you know, in the housekeeping that we're apparently do right now, check my Twitter page for when I do go live on Twitch, which will be happening potentially anytime now. So check that out, and you guys will see, because yeah, that'll be happening. They're not necessarily going to be long streams or not. I don't know what time of day they're going to be at, but I'm just going to start throwing them out there and play a couple hours, especially when the server is live. That's going to be like a time I've been hoping. I guarantee you guys, I'm not alone in this, where, like, we're all just wanting flippin' Alpha 17 to be released. It's like, hands up if you really care that much about graphics right now. Like, the little details, like the tiny little details. Who would rather have that now and then have them work on that for the next release? You know what I'm saying? Like, you guys know, like, you're probably feeling the same way I am. Maybe it's just me. Like, I appreciate and respect what they're doing. I understand that they're doing, like, a phenomenal job of making, like, an incredible release. It's, like, going to be, like, its own, you know, game in a sense. It has so much that they've added to it. It looks amazing. It's just, for me, I just felt a little bit like, oh yeah, they have, like, the content done, and they're like, we're going to upgrade all the graphics, and I was like, oh, okay, that's cool. Like, that would be nice to look at. I just want to play a game. You know, I'm addicted. I think that's what it comes down to. Just like, oh, just release it, please, because we all want to play it. We all want to try, because it's going to be so much fun. So yeah, when that happens, the server will be up. I just don't see a point in creating a server now. Otherwise, I would do it. You guys know that. Yeah, so as soon as that gets released, I will release all the information about the server and why am I doing this. Hold on a minute here. Anyways, now I have done the whole spiel. If any of you guys know me from my stream or whatever, you're just getting to know me here, first of all, welcome. Second of all, that I'm a person that, you know, at the end of the day, started on Twitch and does YouTube because I enjoy gaming with people and talking to people about games. That's why I do it. You know, and I tried to increase the amount of people involved so that we all have more people to play with. We all have more people on the servers. We all have more people inputting with the comments and things like that and enjoying it. Or feeling like we're making, like, a positive distraction for people's lives. So when it comes to, like, sitting down and being like, I need to make sure all the details are done like it's a business, I don't see it like a business. I see it like something that I'm doing that I enjoy, that, you know, I want everyone to, like, come and have fun and take part in, you know, if they think they're going to enjoy that. So, like, I'm not a person who's going to sit here and be like, alright guys, every single 2 days I'm going to sit down and make sure everything is perfectly organized. I'll do my best every week to go through it, make sure it's done, so it'll be easier for everyone else to enjoy it. But, you know, I think, you know, to some extent, when I started streaming, like I said, it was really related to, I just want people to game with it like the games I like. You know, like, WoW's set up so that it's WoW is a very social game at the end of the day. It's set up to be social, you know. You have guilds and things like that, so you can talk to people, and that's awesome. But a lot of games like 7 Days to Die, if you don't know people, there's not open servers, you know. You can't just hop on and just find people to play with. So this is a great way of meeting people. But then on the flip side of that, I've kind of learned over the years that I've been involved in this is that, like, if you can create a space, like I'm a learned individual, I am, you know, attempting to get a university degree, I'm a person who has an interest in the world around me, and I think the really great thing about YouTube and Twitch and all these kind of things that are available in the world right now is that it doesn't really matter at all what your interests are, what your affiliations are. That's not what it's about. We're just coming together not to talk about the hard things in the world. We're all I mean, to some extent people do, and I'm sure it comes up here and there, but you know, we're coming together just to have a good time and enjoy a game. That's what it's for. It's like a positive you know, little break from difficulties of the world, and I think that's an important thing to have, and I'm glad to be part of that, and I hope I can distract you guys from some of the stresses in the world, because, you know, we all know they're out there and they suck. It's not fun, and I don't know what to make here. Should I make a fire axe? Oh, I don't know if I should make a fire axe instead of waste. Anyways, that's just my thought on that. So anytime I'm like, all right guys, we need to discuss, we need to get organized. It's not, you know, it's because it's just one of those things. It makes things work more seamlessly. So, you know, you guys out there who might be having a stressful day can enjoy the content a little bit easier, and I can take some stress off your mind and make the next and the previous videos easier to sort of find. That's my motivation, so hopefully that will help you guys with that. And also the Discord I think will be cool. We can all chat it up. I've always had kind of a difficult time using Discord. I don't know if it's just me, but I'm wasting so much time. Anyway, do I drop the concrete? Okay. We need to really hurry this whole process up. Okay, we need to get in the game. We need to stop talking. We need to stop diddly-dallying. We need to get focused. But I'm just saying, you know, I'm glad to be on YouTube and on Twitch and all the things that I do. This is why I do it. And, you know, but please do let me know if you guys want a Discord, you know, which I have now set up. Thanks to the comments below and everyone letting me know. You know, comment stuff. Let me know what you're thinking, because this is why I do it. So, yeah, there we go. I've said it. That's my PSA for the day. So let's just try to get this trench built and not die horribly in like 5 seconds when Horde Day is gonna happen. We don't have enough concrete. Guys, we screwed up. I like how this is always making a very convenient stairway of escape, though. Okay, let's just take 1 second here to address this. Okay, this will work fine. I will make this wider after this Horde Day. This will work fine. We don't think we're gonna have enough concrete, are we? This will work fine, though. They're not going to dig under the house, I don't think. Technically, this should work okay. I really wish I could get a zombie stuck in here, and then I can... Okay, that's the problem. Okay, this here is like, what is that? Why? That's not even a... Why is that even there? Okay, this I can just completely get out of. Oh, no, 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 no. Suggestions in the comments, please. I said before, I'd love reading your guys' comments. Oh, okay, okay. Nobody panic. I'm certainly not going to panic. You guys are definitely not allowed to panic either, okay? So let's just address the house situation. Let's just address the house. Okay. Okay. We can address this. We can address this. It's happening. This is how we're going to handle this. There's not going to be any stairs here anymore. Yes, the stairs are gone. The stairs go bye-bye. I feel like if we take care of the stairs are gone, then everybody will be happy. At least they won't be able to get up there. We'll put some concrete down. You know, they're not even going to know this was here. It's not like they're just going to try to barrel through it, you know. Now the question is, how are we going to get up here without the stairs? Solid question, whoever asked that in the back. Good job. I feel like if we have some kind of laddery type system, that could be good. Should we take this out? Should we take this out? Or should we use this to funnel them? Funneling is not going to help us, is it? Oh man, I should have streamed this. And at least I get your guys like immediate feedback. Funnel is great. Funnel is great. Funneling is great, but we don't have blade traps, and we don't have anything to hit them with really hard. So I feel like in this case, I don't know that funneling is going to be our best use of the time that we have. The time in which we are given. Did I say something earlier today about something to do with Indiana Jones? I just zoned out. I was talking to someone earlier and they were like, blah, 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 blah. And then I remember hearing them go, something about, oh, Indiana Jones? And I was like, I was really distracted by these mashed potatoes I was eating. So honestly, like, I was hungry and I can't be held accountable for my lapse in judgment of listening to the new information of Indiana Jones. Does anybody know if there's going to be some kind of, oh no. Spidey senses. Nope. No. Oh, I don't like it. Oh, I just got that really spooked out feeling again. Oh god. Maybe it's because it's like 11 o'clock at night and I'm like, I've turned the light off in the room that I record this in, so it's like dark. I feel like that's just the best way to record. I don't know why. I don't always do it, but like I just prefer it. So I don't know. Like I've been noticing lately when I play WoW in the evening, I'll like turn all the lights out. And like then there's a big computer screen and it just kind of illuminates the light and you just kind of just get zoned out into the game, you know? It's not like my light's on, I have a TV in the background, my iPad's going, I got my phone going. I'm like, no. If anything, I listen to a podcast and I still listen to the YogPod, or Triforce. If you guys have not heard of Triforce, the YogPod, the Yogscast podcast, I would highly recommend. They have awesome conversations. A lot of times it's about gaming. Oh my goodness, they were talking about this thing the other day, which I personally feel like is the greatest idea of all time. So I'm just going to throw this out there to you guys, okay? The ones of you guys who stay till like 12 minutes into the video, I appreciate you guys so much, alright? The comments below, I don't know, what word should we use? 12-minute squad. Is that a thing? That's probably not a good squad to be part of. Actually, that's a respectable squad to be part of. That's not the point. Put some below if you guys are still listening. But, okay, so this is what they were talking about the other day on the stream. Their stream? No, their podcast. Okay, so one of them had a game idea where you take a game like PUBG, like Player-Unknown Battleground, right? And you turn it into a game like, what was that Pokemon game, right? Where you gotta like catch them all and you gotta like walk around your town and stuff like that. What if you combine, this is not my idea, might I add, okay? This was on their podcast. This was not my idea. If this was my idea, you bet I would have been studying computer stuff in college and would have created my own game. Oh god! Spidey senses! Spidey senses again! I told you guys, there's something that I see in the game that shows the spawn. I told you guys! I see it! I don't know what it is. It's like there must be a flicker or some kind of graphical glitch when the spawn comes in, because I see it every time, and it gives me the heebie-jeebies really bad. I get super freaked out. Ugh. It gives me this like, oh god, danger. How did you get over here? Oh god. Nope. Nope. Shovel him to death. Oh, okay. Well, you know, heebie-jeebies are great. To a certain extent, as long as you can mentally handle the actual reality. Where's my flippin'... Oh, there. What am I talking about? I got distracted. Sorry, you guys. I will tell you more about the game that they invented, or will invent. I don't know if they're actually going to release it. Okay, this is a great opportunity to see what the zombies will do. Mess up my new wall. Rude. Lights. I told you guys, though. I have no wood on me. Oh, no. Spidey senses, though. Those Spidey senses, though. That's what you need. That's what we put at the bottom. Spidey senses. Spidey senses? There must be something that I'm picking up from all the years playing this game. That's all I'm saying. Do I have like a piece of TNT I can drop on all these mothers? Anyways, I'll tell you guys about the game now. Okay, so imagine if when you were playing Pokemon Go, or like me, tried to log in once, the server happened down, and I went, and never played again. A lot of you guys are probably like me. I think a lot of people have that experience. But, actually, no, you guys can take that block down. What's happening? So, you have PUBG, and you have Pokemon Go. Okay? Combination of the two. So you have to hunt down other people, like in the world, in your game though. So your phone. Okay, yeah, like I can see why this could be a bad idea. I'm out. It's good. So I can see how this could result in like potentially negative things happening. I'm not saying it wouldn't. I'm just saying that I feel like if you're going around town and you're trying to find other players who have the same app download on your phone and you can like snipe them in the game, you have to like constantly be like on alert as you're in your daily life and how many times you got sniped that day. And I just think like what a cool idea, man. I just think that's just such a great idea. Whoever thought that up originally, or I don't know if they heard that from somebody else, but it was on a recent episode of Triforce, and I loved it. I have it on my Apple phone, my iTunes thing. What a cool idea, right? I mean, okay, yeah, it like kind of makes you feel like everyone's about to attack you, which could result in like paranoia or potentially like some sort of injury. I don't think people would take it there, but and also to trace people's phones might not be a bad idea. It might not be a good idea. But what a cool idea. Would you guys not totally want to play that? Like 100% want to play that. I would absolutely want to play that. So yeah, let's just hope that becomes a thing one day. I'm doing this just so I can make some spikes and throw them down and then just take it out. 13 should be enough. Lucky 13. Don't need any more zombies in my way. Excuse me. Maybe they despawned. Nope, they're just creating their own little tunnel system. Oh, fun. Okay, how do I get them to walk into the spikes, though? Okay, come on, zombies. Come on. Ooh. Come on. Run. Run. There you go. Run. Oh no. Here we go. Almost done. Flippin' Spidey spent senses though, you guys. Like, seriously. How crazy is that? How insane is it that I always know? I mean, not always, but like the last few where I'm like, oh my god, I have a feeling of fear and danger. There must be like, I know that like a long time ago there was a really obvious like slight like tick on the screen, but it was a super obvious tick. Maybe it's much smaller now, but us OGs will still notice it. Okay, I have this much stone. I need like significantly more cement. I'm out of stone here. Actually, I have stone here, but we need stone to match with this. I have some sand. I have a decent amount of sand. I should probably eat something. I have a feeling I haven't eaten in like a long time. Do I have any food though? I'm looking forward to the server so that like somebody can be way more responsible than I am about making sure we have food. I know I have lots of food, I just... Here we go. And now I need eggs. Do we have any eggs? Thought I had some eggs left. No, apparently I do not. So we're just gonna fry up some bacon. I no more wood left. That's awesome. Okay, let's go chop some wood. Should I make a steel fire axe? I need wood for it. Screw you, game. I know when I'm being trolled. I can't believe I missed that spike right there. Did you guys see how close that was? Oh my goodness, you know what's coming out? Like a week from now on digital release, which, by the way, how many of you guys now automatically say digital release? Do you guys have an issue with that? Like, I feel like quite often I'm talking to people, I'm like, oh my god, I want to say, oh my god, it's getting released on DVD next week. But I'm like, who watches DVDs? Do DVDs even exist anymore? I don't think they do. I mean, I don't remember the last time I actually saw a DVD. Most laptops don't even have little disk drives anymore. Like, it's not even a thing. It's all little USB plugs, right? So now I guess you say digital release? What do you guys say? Help me out here, genuinely, because like it's quite awkward. I'll like tweet something and I'll be like, oh, it's coming out on DVD next week. Like, what is the movie called? Hotel. Oh, it's gonna frustrate me. Alex, we don't have the time. I know we don't have the time, but this is more important. Yes, my phone trusts my computer. Shoosh. Every time I plug my iPhone into my computer, it asks, do you trust this device? And I go, yes. And I go, cancel immediately right away, so it allows it to charge, but I just don't have to waste any time setting anything up. I'm going to have to look up Hotel Artemis. That's what it's called. Hotel Artemis. OMG, you guys. I saw that movie in theaters. I talked about it on Twitter. I put like 4 Twitter posts, like paragraph posts talking about how incredible I thought Hotel Artemis was. And it's getting released on digital download /DVD. I don't even know if it gets released on DVD. I don't think it is DVD. I literally think that they aren't releasing it onto DVD on that date. So I don't even know if they do DVD releases anymore. That's not the point. Though. The point is that it's coming out next week, I believe, on digital release. It's going to be on your pay-per-view. It's going to be on your Xbox. It's going to be on, your iTunes download thing. That's what's important. All right? So it's going to be out. And you guys totally have to see it, and you have to let me know. And if you've seen it, let me know in the comments. If you guys hated it, I can totally accept that about you. Like, it's cool. We can still be friends. I'm just saying give it another chance. Because for me, like, it was kind of like when I saw Mad Max in the theater a few years ago. And I had a very, very late night the night before. I had gone out with a bunch of friends, and I had stayed out till, let's just say, very, very late. I had a number of friends who were like super into karaoke, and so I'm not a drinker. I would be drinking water. I mostly would just be going because I enjoyed the atmosphere and because I like nachos. So I would go to pubs with my friends, and then after that we'd all go to karaoke till like, I don't know, 6 o'clock in the morning. And it was awesome. I really enjoyed it. I have a friend who runs a karaoke spot, and it's really cool. So, yes, I did not get a very good sleep. I woke up, and a friend of mine was like, let's go see Mad Max. And I was like, at like the 10:30 showing the next night, on like a Sunday, I think it was. And I was like, all right, even though I was super tired. And I remember going, and like, I had gotten like 2 hours of sleep, I'm gonna say, because I don't even remember what it was. Like, that day I had to do something, or I had to get up early or something. So like 2 hours of sleep, and just was feeling rather stressed out about the world at the time because I was up so late and I had to get up early, whatever. So I was like, yeah, okay, cool. So we go, and I remember sitting there, and I remember watching Mad Max, and I was thinking, like, I genuinely feel like I'm gonna throw up right now. Not because I was hungover or anything. I was probably a bit dehydrated, just because when you're out and you're talking to people and you're going from location to location to location, eating lots of nachos, you get quite dehydrated. But I think the movie was so graphic, and it was so loud, and it was late at night, and I was overtired, and I was like, I felt super overwhelmed by this movie. And a lot of people would feel like that would be a negative thing. But I remember sitting in this chair feeling like I could run to the bathroom and go throw up. Like, it wasn't like I was literally about to throw up, but I felt like really like not good. And there were gross scenes. It was like, ugh, there was so much stuff that was like, no. But I remember that I was totally engrossed in the movie. There was like the war machines and the dudes playing the electric guitar and the flames flying out of the back of the vehicles going across the desert at like 1,000,000 miles an hour. I was like, this is the craziest movie. Like, I was super tired, super ill feeling, but I actually totally felt immersed in the movie. It kind of gave me like a Fight Club, which is like definitely, I'd say, top 3 of my favorite movies of all time. It gave me that same kind of feeling where you're feeling something. It's not about enjoying, like, la la la, this is really nice, or like, oh, this is really deep. It's not about that. It's about making you feel totally lost in the story. And I remember watching it and feeling totally lost in the story. And I just, like, felt terrible, but, like, couldn't look away. It was that kind of thing. It's like watching a car crash, but you're, like, totally immersed into it. And so, yes, that's a really long description. But I remember I went on to Facebook the next day and I was like, oh my god, I love this movie. And I had so many people be like, oh my god, are you on crack? That's like the worst movie ever. And I was like, it's not about it being a good or bad movie, man. It's that I got totally immersed in this movie. I loved the experience of it. I've never had movie experiences like that. I always go and it's kind of predictable. You kind of know where it's going to go. It's like same kind of actors, same, you know, whatever. And it was just predictable. Most movies are predictable. That movie was not predictable. And Hotel Artemis, not the same as Mad Max at all, but for me, like, and seeing the director talk about the way that I'm just waiting for this to finish up, seeing the way the director of Hotel Artemis talk about the way that he tried to create an environment that was like an old building from the 1920s, but posted in kind of a post-apocalyptic, kind of post-apocalyptic, but it wasn't post-apocalyptic, but you had this like ride on the outside. You get closer and closer to the building in downtown LA where they actually filmed it. So there was like this aesthetic of 1920s, but it was like old, the building, so it was like peeling wallpaper, and you can really like feel the texture of the wallpaper kind of when you're watching it. You just get like really into it, and they create this moment of like these like 10 characters that in a story that basically goes down in one night, and with all this craziness happening, the outside, the helicopters, and there's bombs, there's all this crazy stuff, but it was like, it was really cool, man. I don't know, if you guys are people who like movies like Fight Club or movies like, and you like getting immersed in a crazy storyline, like, watch this movie, is all I'm saying. And if I need to explain more, then Jeff Goldblum is in it, and he plays this guy called the Wolf King, I believe he's called, this like gangster. If I need to say any more than that for you to want to watch this movie, then I don't even know where your priorities land, you know, because Jeff Goldblum is, you know, what else is there? Is I think is the only way to describe Jeff Goldblum. I love that he's become like a thing in the world in the last, I mean, he was a thing in the world, of course, before that, but like the internet loves Jeff Goldblum. Anyways, that's my rant for the night. I like how in some YouTube videos that I make, I'll like rant out about stuff that I got into arguments with people like 4 years ago, none of which would ever be watching these movies. I like that. I hope you guys are enjoying it as well. But anyways, I'm probably gonna leave it there for the day. I am going to finish building this wall. Every time it's always a nice little stairway. We have to obviously wait for this to finish cooking up. I'm kind of worried about that. That's probably not good, so I'm going to dig this little side out here. It's obviously Horde Day. I probably shouldn't have just sat there talking about Jeff Goldblum and Hotel Artemis. But whatever. You know, it happens. Sometimes you just got to take a movie moment. That's what we'll call that. We'll call that a movie moment. Sometimes you got to take a movie moment and enjoy. I don't know what I'm going to do with this wall, but you're going to have to wait and find out in the next video, because the next video will be fraught with stress and danger and no delights whatsoever, because it's going to be the video before the Horde Day video. And I mean, I feel like there's going to be a lot of panic in this next video, so come back and enjoy. enjoy the stress that what am I even doing? I'm starting to panic, you guys. Oh god. All right, well, I'll leave it here with a reminder that this channel here is a channel that uploads videos every single day. I try to make those videos 7 days to die every single day. So if you enjoy 7 days to die or this channel, don't forget to subscribe. Let me know in the comments below if you guys want to see anything else or how you're feeling about it, because I love seeing that little red button, a little button, it lights up and I click on it. I'm like, oh, look at all the people that want to talk about stuff or want to like communicate with me, that they're digging it, the subscriptions and everything. And my character literally just fell asleep during that description. So I am going to leave it there. Thank you guys for joining me today, and I will see you next time. Later. Bye 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 bye.